Imagine the world suddenly shifts beneath your feet. That is exactly what happened when Miles Wei abruptly left without warning, and Shen Yu's reaction was nothing short of explosive, emotional, and unforgettable. Before you continue reading, make sure you stay until the end because what you are about to discover will change the entire way you see their relationship forever. If you are watching this as a video, hit that subscribe button because this story will leave you breathless. It all started in the quiet hours of early morning when the set was unusually silent. Normally the production team would already be busy preparing lights and scripts and arranging equipment. But on this particular day something was off. Something felt heavier than usual. Something was missing. Miles Wei. Nobody saw him in his dressing room. His chair was empty. His costume remained untouched. It was not the kind of absence that felt casual. It felt cold. Sudden. Full of unanswered questions. Shen Yue walked into the hallway with a bright smile as she always did. But the moment she noticed the unsettled expressions on the faces around her, her smile slowly dissolved. She sensed tension in the air even before anyone told her what was going on. Her heart began racing though she did not know why. "Where is Miles?" she asked. No one wanted to be the first to speak. The silence was so thick it felt like a wall closing in on her. Finally one of the junior staff members stepped forward and spoke with trembling uncertainty. "He left." Shen Yue blinked. "Left where?" "We do not know." Those words hit her like a sudden freeze. Everything around her stopped moving. Every sound died in her ears. All she could hear was the echo of those two words repeating over and over again. He left. Without a message. Without a call. Without a goodbye. Her hands trembled as she held on to the edge of a table to steady herself. Her breath became shallow. It felt as if the ground beneath her feet had cracked open. Why would he leave? What happened? When? How? She moved past everyone quickly trying to find more answers. She knocked on his dressing room door and pushed it open. Inside the room she found nothing but an unfinished script on the table and his jacket folded neatly on the chair. A jacket she had personally teased him about wearing too often. The sight of it made her heart twist in a way she could not explain. Shen Yue picked up the jacket with both hands pressing her face into it as though she could draw him back with the memory of his warmth. But all she felt was the crushing weight of emptiness. Then came the first terror. Then the second. Then a full storm. She slid down to the floor, her back against the wall as silent sobs shook through her. She did not care who walked by or who was watching. All she knew was that something irreplaceable had vanished without warning. And the worst part was the fear creeping into her mind. What if he left because of her? That question sliced deeper than anything else. The director eventually approached her and tried to offer comfort, but nothing could calm the tornado of emotions inside her. She needed answers. She needed the truth. She needed Miles. Shen Yue stood up, wiped her face, and sprinted down the hallway. If Miles was truly gone, then she needed to find him. No matter the cost. She rushed outside into the bright afternoon sun, looking around wildly. Her chest was tight and her breathing uneven. She scanned every corner of the parking lot, hoping desperately to see him leaning against his car with that familiar playful smile. But he was nowhere. Her body began to shake and her vision blurred. In that moment she felt frustration, heartbreak and confusion fuse into something overwhelming and almost unbearable. Why would he leave without telling me? Her voice cracked as she whispered it to herself. She took out her phone and dialed his number. It rang twice, then went straight to voicemail. She tried again. Same result. Again. Still nothing. She kept calling until her hands hurt and the phone felt like it would slip from her trembling grip. Seconds felt like hours as she stood frozen in place, fighting the rising panic. Thoughts raced through her mind faster than she could control. Did something happen? Did he get hurt? Was someone hiding the truth from her? Or did he leave because he could not handle being near her anymore? That fear alone was enough to steal her breath away. Suddenly she heard footsteps behind her. She turned instantly, hoping it was him. But it was only one of the senior producers holding a small envelope. "This was in his room," they said quietly. Her heart dropped as she took the envelope from their hand. It felt light, almost weightless, yet the emotional weight of it was crushing. She tore it open and unfolded the letter inside. It was Miles' handwriting. "You, I am sorry." Those were the first 3 words. Her heart clenched. "There are things happening that you do not know about. Things I cannot drag you into. I have to leave for now. Please do not blame yourself. You did nothing wrong. You are the last person I would ever want to hurt. I will explain everything when I return. Until then, stay safe and remember you are stronger than you think." She read the letter again and again, each time feeling a wave of emotion crash into her. The apology. The secrecy. The sudden departure. None of it made sense, but all of it made her feel even more desperate to find him. Shinyu pressed the letter against her chest, tears streaming again. She whispered so softly that only the wind could hear. "Why did you have to go?" She took a deep breath, stepped forward and made a decision. If Miles thought he could disappear without giving her the truth, he was wrong. She was going to uncover everything. She was going to find out why he left. And when she did, she would give him a piece of her mind he would never forget. This was not the end. This was just the beginning. As she turned to re-enter the building, her eyes no longer held sorrow. They held fire. Determination. Strength she never knew she had. And whether Miles liked it or not, she was coming for him. In the days that followed, the entire internet exploded with theories. Fans speculated wildly about Miles' secret departure. Rumors spread faster than light, creating an unstoppable storm. Some believed he was protecting her from something. Others thought he was hiding a deeper truth. And many insisted it had everything to do with his complicated feelings for her. Shen Yue ignored the noise. She focused on one mission only: finding Miles Wei. Every step she took was fueled by unanswered questions. Every breath she took carried the weight of unfinished words. Every night she stared at the ceiling, gripping his letter, wondering what he was running from and why he believed she needed protection. But deep in her heart she knew one thing. When she finally faced him again, the world would shift once more. And this time she would make sure he never walked away from her again. Days passed, and Shinyu refused to give up searching for answers about why Miles Wei left so suddenly. The letter he left behind replayed in her mind every night, filling her with worry and frustration. She wanted the truth, even if it hurt. Then one morning, her phone buzzed with an unknown number. Her heart jumped. She answered with a trembling voice. "Hello." A faint breath echoed on the other side before a familiar voice whispered her name. "You." Her knees almost gave out. "Miles." She stepped outside into the quiet sunlight, holding the phone tightly. "Where are you? Why did you leave? Why did you not tell me anything?" Her voice cracked with a mixture of anger and fear. Miles sighed softly, as if carrying a weight too heavy to explain. "I had no choice. Something happened behind the scenes. Something that could have dragged you into a problem that is not yours. I left to protect you." Shinyu closed her eyes as emotion surged through her. "You should have told me. You should have trusted me. I did trust you. That is why I had to leave. If I stayed, I would have made things worse for you." Her chest tightened. "Then come back. Please." There was a long silence. The kind that made her heart stop. "I am already on my way," she gasped. "Miles." Before she could say more, someone stepped through the studio gates. It was him. Tired. Pale. But smiling. Her phone slipped from her hand as she ran towards him. Miles opened his arms and she crashed into him with all the fear and anger she had held inside. She hit his chest with weak fists, then clung to him as tears soaked his shirt. "Do not leave me like that again," she whispered. He held her tighter. "I promise." The moment was quiet. Healing. Real. When they finally pulled apart, Miles wiped her cheeks gently. I left because someone threatened to expose something about me. Something from my past. I needed time to fix it. I wanted to shield you from it all. Shinyu shook her head. You are not alone anymore. Whatever happens, we face it together. For the first time since he disappeared, Miles let out a relieved smile. A genuine one. And in that moment the heaviness between them melted. The fear vanished. The silence finally broke. Shinyu realized that no matter what the world believed, no matter what rumors spread, no matter who tried to tear them apart, she and Miles had something stronger than uncertainty. They had each other. The sun rose higher, casting a warm glow across the set as the two of them walked back inside side by side. No more secrets. No more running. Just the truth and the promise of something deeper waiting ahead. And that was how it ended. Not with distance. But with a reunion that felt like a beginning.